wondering what is happening in the weather forecast, you may have noticed a slight lull in the snow right now, but Eddie Shear is joining us to tell us a little bit about what this system is doing and maybe even why schools have remained closed for the day. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Tony. Yeah, thank you very much. You mentioned we are in a bit of a lull right now. That's not going to be permanent. The snow is going to pick back up again as we go into the afternoon before it does end this evening. Winter storm warnings are still in place for the Avalon Peninsula, Burin Peninsula, Bonavista Peninsula, Clarenville, and Terra Nova areas. This is the area that's going to see the most significant snowfall by the time we're all said and done, which will be this evening. As we head farther back to the west, blowing snow advisory is still in place for Conagra and Burgeo-Ramia, but these alerts will likely begin to be scaled back from west to east as the snow begins to end from west to east this afternoon, and especially as we get into this evening. Now, radar and satellite imagery from across the island showing that we have some flurries still across the west coast and interior, but as we look farther east, we see that more organized area of snow across the Clarenville area, onto the Bonavista Peninsula, northern parts of the Avalon, but right in the St. John's area right now, it looks like we are kind of in between one band of snow here and another band as we look down towards Cape Royal and the southern shore. Now, what's going to happen is that heavier band that's to our north, that's going to begin to rotate back down to the south through the afternoon. So even though it's not snowing very heavily across the northeast Avalon right now, it should pick back up again as we go through the afternoon, so several more centimeters are likely. Officially at the airport, St. John's has seen 13 centimeters thus far, and Gander reporting 6 centimeters of snow so far. As far as those temperatures go, -3 in St. John's, -4 in Bonavista, -5 in Terra Nova, Argentia right at the freezing mark, so there is some warmer air down to the south and west, but areas north are staying below freezing, and temperatures are going to remain below freezing as we go throughout the day, so no kind of wet snow refreezing threat, at least through this afternoon. That may happen with our next weather maker coming in as we go into Thursday. Those gusty winds from the east-northeast right now, 40 at St. John's, helping to blow and drift that snow around. Saw it on the highway as I was coming in. And Bonavista winds from the northeast right now at 50 kilometers per hour. Winds will begin to relax, but really not until tonight. So here's Futurecast starting us off now, doing a pretty good job picking up the snow. It looks like as we go into 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the Avalon Peninsula still seeing light to moderate snowfall, but as we go back to the west, tapering off to light snow and flurries. After 3 o'clock, it looks like by 5, 6 o'clock this evening, still could be seeing some of that light flurry activity or light snow across the northeast Avalon and back across the northeast coast. But by this evening, it looks like the bulk of the snow is pretty much done with. And by midnight, winds are calming down, skies are trying to clear out, and we're going to be kind of in between to weather makers. Snowfall amounts, my thinking hasn't changed a whole lot since yesterday. I still think the majority of the Avalon and Burin Peninsula is in that 20 to 30 centimeter range, but I think most of us are probably going to be closer to 20 rather than closer to 30. Southern parts of the Avalon, 10 to 20. Bonavista Peninsula, Clarenville, back toward Conagra, we're looking at 10 to 20 by the time everything's said and done. And as we go farther west, lesser snowfall amounts. And just kind of timing things out as we go through the rest of your day, the snow will end this evening. Between now and then, especially after about 1 or 2 o'clock in the metro, accumulating at 1 to 2 centimeters per hour. The winds, they will stay gusty. Temps remain below freezing, so we see lots of blowing and drifting. And then as we get into Thursday and Friday, we're talking about 2 more systems to watch, and it looks like they are going to bring snow and possibly some rain. So I'll talk about that coming up tonight on First Edition and the Evening News Hour. Until then, Tony Marie, I'll throw it back to you.
Okay, thanks so much for this, Eddie.